Namaste, yogis. Welcome to a slow flow class with Reiki. I'm Katie. I will be teaching you tonight some back bends and also some back body openers and lower back stretches. We're going to start off by coming to a wall. So you're going to bring the short edge of your mat up against a wall and then come back to your wall. Take your heels against it. Press your shoulders in, rolling them back, opening up through your chest and extending up through your spine. Feel free to close your eyes and take a few deep breaths here. Pressing your feet down. Tonight our focus will be on grounding and fluidity and calming. So if you've been feeling stressed out or anxious, this should be really helpful and lovely for you. As you take your next breath in, send it lower and deeper down into your belly. And let out an exhale through your mouth. And begin to feel the parts of yourself that are touching the wall. And also feel the space around yourself. The space between the lumbar curve of your spine and the wall. And the space around the front of the body. And with your next inhale, you can reach your arms up, bring the fingertips to touch the wall behind you. And take an exhale, bring your hands together, draw the hands down to the third eye, and all the way down to the heart. Take a moment to ask yourself what your reason is for doing yoga today. Whatever it is that you're seeking, use that reason to form an intention for your practice. Whether that's releasing anger or worry, or cultivating peace. Take the next few breaths to get clear. Now, after you set your intention, take another inhale, reach your arms up. And exhale, drawing the hands back down to the third eye. And then inhale, keep your elbows bent, open the arms out. Pressing the forearms into the wall, pressing the back of the hands into the wall. The chest is going to reach forward. Maybe you tilt your head up and lift your gaze. Take another breath here. One inhale and exhale. And with your exhale, you can take your hands in front of your heart. Take a step forward. Breathe in, reach your arms up. Tuck your lower belly in. Lift your heart, reach your hands back. Maybe your hands can touch the wall. And gently begin to press your chest forward. Take an exhale. Slowly hinge from your hips, folding down through prayer. Coming down to forward fold. Gentle bend into your knees. Let your upper body hang. Take an inhale, lifting up to about halfway. You can take your hands on the shins or come up to the tips of the fingers. Take another exhale. This time, generous bend in the knees. Tilt the hips forward and fold. We're going to bend our knees enough so the hands can plant down. And with your next breath in, look forward. Begin to walk your hands towards the front of the mat. Finding a downward facing dog. Taking an exhale, lifting your hips nice and high. Pressing all the fingertips down, spreading each finger open. Maybe the backs of the legs need a little bit more warming up. Feel free to lower down one heel and then the other. Feel free to play with coming up onto both toes and lowering the heels back down. With your next inhale, you can come up onto your toes, bend your knees, and begin to make your way all the way up to the front of the mat, taking the feet hip-width apart. Then taking a breath in once you get here. Hands on the shins, halfway lift up, gaze forward. Exhale, fold. With your inhale, slowly roll all the way up, one vertebrae at a time, pressing your feet down. Noticing yourself coming all the way up, and then take a breath in, tuck in the lower belly, and reach the heart up. Very nice. With your exhale, shift your heart forward, draw your hands down to your third eye, and down to heart center. Inhale, lifting the arms back up. And exhale, fold. Inhaling, creating some space, taking the hands in front of you, lifting up onto the fingertips or the blocks. And with the exhale, bend both of your knees, plant your hands down, and then inhale, keep the right foot planted, step back with the left foot into a lunge. When you're ready, lower your left knee down and untuck your toes. Walk your hands back. And then inhale, lift your torso and your arms, coming up for Anjaneyasana. Squaring both hips forward, keeping your abdominals activated. Extending the spine, breathe here, 2 breaths. And with that exhale, shift your hands all the way down to frame your foot, and then bring your right knee back to meet the left. Coming to tabletop position, stacking your shoulders over your wrists, knees underneath the hips. Take a breath in, scoop the chest forward, drop the belly, coming into cow pose. And exhale, moving through slow motion. Rounding your spine, tucking your chin, tucking your tailbone, coming into cat. And inhale, moving slowly and gently, coming to cow. And exhale, cat. One more round of each, move with your own breath. And inhale, bring your spine to neutral. Begin to walk your hands forward towards the front of your mat. Begin to shift your torso forward. Take an exhale, bend your elbows, lower your torso down. And slide back, framing the ribs, tops of the feet press down. Take an inhale, lift up for Cobra Pose. And exhale, floating back down to your mat, letting your forehead touch. And inhale, press yourself up, shifting through, hands and knees. And exhale, hips come back to the heels, arms stretch out in front for Balasana. Deep belly breaths here. Feeling the earth below you and feeling your body press down. Another calming breath in and out. And inhale, slowly lift up the head, press the hands down, drag the body forward, tuck your toes, press your hips all the way back to downward facing dog. Taking 3 breaths here. And inhale, shift your heels up, bend your knees, and then begin to make your way, stepping up to the front of your mat. Breathing in, halfway lifting up your torso, and exhale, forward fold. Taking an inhale, slowly rolling all the way up to standing. Going straight into your heart opener, lifting your arms up, sweeping them back. And exhaling, coming forward, shifting the hands down to your forehead and down to your hearts. Breathing in here, arms raise up, and breathing out, forward fold. Head relaxes down. Taking an inhale, bringing the hands in front, lifting up onto the tips of the fingers, and exhale, deep bend in the knees, plant the hands down, step back with the right foot, coming into a lunge and lowering that right knee down. Walk the hands back, inhale, rise up, low lunge. And exhale, take your hands down to frame your foot. Step back, coming to tabletop position, stacking your joints, taking a breath in and bringing your heart forward, lifting your gaze up, stretching out the throat. And exhale, curling the back, tucking the tailbone, looking towards the navel. Moving with your own breath, flowing through. A few more cat and cows. Coming to a neutral back with your next breath in. And taking your hands a little closer towards the front of the mat. Shift forward, bend the elbows, take an exhale, lower down to your belly. Bring the hands back to the ribs. Inhale, lift up, Bhujangasana. Maybe you come up a little higher this time. Or feel free to stay a little bit closer to your mat. Roll your shoulders back here. Feel your heart open. And with your next exhale, begin to float yourself down to your mat. Touching the forehead. Inhale, shifting up through hands and knees. Exhale, coming to child's pose. Three deep breaths in and out in your child's pose. Breathe in, lift up your head. Pull your body forward. Prepare for downward facing dog by tucking the toes. Inhale, lift up your knees. Exhale, press your hips back. Begin to move in your downward dog, shifting your hips from left to right. Come back through center. Now inhaling, coming up onto the toes. Exhaling, pressing the heels down towards the mat. They don't have to touch. Inhaling up and exhaling down. And taking an inhale, bring your feet together. Lift your right leg straight up, pointing the toes down towards the mat. If you're close enough to the wall, feel free to take the toes onto the wall. Breathe here, three-legged dog. And take an exhale. Lift your toes off the wall, bend your right knee. Begin to shift yourself forward, bringing the knee forward and stepping the foot through to a lunge. We're going to hop the back foot up, maybe an inch or two. Legs squeeze together. Slowly rise up to high lunge. Breathing in. Legs are completely activated here. Muscles are pulling together. Take in another inhale. And with your exhale, reach behind you with your right hand. See if you can catch the left thigh and then twist to the right. Making sure that right knee stays in place and that back heel stays lifted up to the center. And inhale. Coming back through high lunge. And exhale, hands come all the way down to the mats. Take a breath in and step back through plank. Exhale down to your belly. Inhale, lift up, cobra. Toes tuck underneath. Using the core, lift your knees up. Exhale, press your hips high and back. Downward dog. With your next breath in, bring your feet together. Lift up your left leg. Finding three-legged dog. Toes come off the wall, left knee bends. Tucking in the knee towards the chest, shifting forward. And stepping the foot through to a lunge. Position the back foot. And inhale, come up, high crescent lunge. Pulling that right hip forward here. Aligning the left knee with the second and the third toe. Breathe in. And exhale, left hand comes behind, grabbing the right thigh, twist to the left. Reaching back with that right hand. Inhale, arm twist, come forward. Exhale, bring your hands down to plant. Step back, plank pose. Move through your flow. Exhale, coming to the earth. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, pressing back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhaling, coming up onto your toes. Exhaling to bend your knees. Taking small steps all the way up to the front of the mats. Inhaling, halfway lifting up. And exhaling to fold. Inhale, rolling all the way up to standing. Reaching the arms up and back. Lifting the heart chakra. And exhale forward. Hands come down to the space between the eyebrows. And down to the heart. Pausing here, one deep breath in. Exhaling through the mouth. Inhaling again. Exhaling out. And then with your next inhale, step the right foot back. Pivot both sets of toes to face the long edge of the mat. You can heel toe the feet closer together. And inhale, lift your arms. And exhale, fold down through center. Bend your knees enough to plant your hands down. And then bring your right knee down. And your left knee down to meet it. We're going to bring the hands in front of the body. Take an inhale, lift your right leg out to the side. And inhale, begin to shift your torso up. Walk the right hand down the right leg. Lift the left arm up and over the body for gate pose. Reaching over to the left, to the right. Taking a few more breaths here. Stretching out the left side of the body. Reaching. And with your exhale, bring the left hand down. Inhale. Lift back up through center. You can take the right knee down. And inhale. Bring the left leg out. Walking the hand down the leg. Inhaling, right arm up and over. Lengthening both sides of the body here. Maybe you look up towards your right hand or towards the sky. Pressing that left foot down for some stability. Take a few more deep breaths here. And exhale, right hand comes down. Inhale, shift up. And bring the left knee down to meet the right. You can stay where you are. I'm going to shift towards the front so you can see where we're going next. We're going to take the hands behind the back, find a clasp. And slowly begin to roll your shoulder blades together. Begin to lift up your chest. If you get to a point where you feel like the lower back is being compressed, tuck in your lower belly. And then maybe you bring the chest forward just a bit so there's no compression. If you feel okay and you want to go further, keep that lower abdominal engagement and breathe in, lift your heart, pull the hands down. Still breathing here. Slowly come back up. Come forward. Inhale, release your clasp. Reach your arms up. Exhale, hands down to the heart. Sink the hips down to the heels. Coming into a kneeling pose. Lifting up through the crown of the head, letting the shoulders drop, creating some space. Very good. Take a few more breaths. Feel yourself come back down to earth. And you can bring your hands down in front of you. Shift your knees back and sink all the way down into child's pose. If you'd like, you can take your knees wide and bring your toes to touch together. Relax your head down. You can allow your eyes to close. And invite some softness into your body. Noticing if you are holding on to tension anywhere. Smoothing out any tension between your eyebrows or in your jaw. Letting your shoulders relax. If you find that your shoulders are tight and holding on to tension, you can take your hands and bring them behind by the sides, maybe grab onto the heels, and let the shoulders relax down. Your next breath in, you can lift your head up, begin to press yourself up. And the rest of our flow is actually going to be relaxing at the wall. So you can turn around to face your wall. You need to scoot a little bit closer to it. You're going to leave a little bit of space. Take an exhale, come all the way down to the back. We're going to take the feet, bring them up to the wall. If you want to wiggle your hips forward, feel free. Once you have found a comfortable place, take a pause. Feel your back press down. Send your breath lower into your belly. And with your next exhale, take your right ankle and bring it over to the left knee, the calf, the thigh. And you can slide that right ankle down, finding reclining pigeon pose at the wall, keeping that right foot flexed. And if you feel like there's a little too much sensation in your right hip, feel free to scoot your hips further back away from the wall. Or if you feel like you want more, you can either scoot closer to the wall or press the toes down on the left foot, lift that heel. That's going to bring that right knee closer to your body, open up that right hip more. Wherever you're at, bring your attention back to your breath. Take another inhale here. And exhale. Before we transition, if you feel like you want to go deeper, you can take the right foot, right knee in your hands and begin to pull the right leg towards your body. With your next exhale, you can release. Bring the right foot forward and take a breath in. Extend that right leg up. Feel free to point and flex the foot or roll the ankle back and forth. Using your next breath to bend the right knee and send the right foot onto the wall. And then taking the left ankle, left calf across the right thigh. Noticing how this side feels. And adjusting however you want. Either scooting away from the wall or scooting towards the wall for some intensity. Maybe pressing the right toes down, bringing the leg closer to you. Notice your breath. Notice everything that you're feeling. At this point, if you want to go deeper, feel free to grab your left leg and pull it in, or stay where you are. If you've had enough of pigeon pose, feel free to bring both feet down and come out of the pose. Take an inhale. You can lift your left leg up, extending the toes towards your ceiling, pointing and flexing the feet, and taking the foot back down to the wall. If you're pretty far away from the wall like I am, maybe you want to bring your feet down and come up for a jump. Shifting them back and forth. Coming down onto your elbows. Until you find a spot where you feel like your legs are being nice and supported by your wall. And come all the way down to your back. Let your arms relax down by your sides. And begin to feel the back of your body press down into the wall, down into the floor below you. Inhaling, letting your belly fill up with air, letting your rib cage expand with air, letting your chest fill up with your inhale. Pausing for just a moment. And exhaling, letting your belly deflate, letting your rib cage let go, and letting your chest deflate. 3-part breath. And keep breathing this way, in and out through the belly. With your next exhale, you can slowly bend your knees, plant your feet. Begin to lower your feet down, bring the soles of the feet together and open your knees out wide. Coming into Baddha Konasana at the wall. Feel free to keep your hands by your sides. You can take you up and over. Maybe you take your hands together, letting your elbows bend. And press your elbows down into the floor, opening up the chest and the shoulders. Feel free as well to take one hand across the heart and one hand across the belly. Whatever feels the most calming and nourishing to you right now. Go ahead and do that. Take 3 more deep, long breaths wherever you're at. With your next exhale, you can bring your knees together. Feel free to bring your arms back down from wherever they were. And you can slowly begin to lift up your head, scoot your elbows underneath, and begin to wiggle away from the wall. Sliding yourself back, coming all the way back down to the mat, onto your back, and lifting the knees, hugging them into your chest. Maybe finding a gentle rock back and forth. You can pause the next time you rock back through the center. You can grab your feet, pull your knees down, finding happy baby. Holding here or rocking back and forth here. With your next exhale, you can release your feet, take them down, and make yourself comfortable for Shavasana, our final resting pose. Come on down to your back, let your feet flop out, let your arms rest down by your sides. And stay with me for the next few minutes, feeling your body sink down into the mat before we get grounded even further with seated meditation and Reiki. Take a deep inhale, breathing into your belly. Let out a big sigh through your mouth. And feel your breath begin to become nice and smooth and slow. Inhale deeply. And exhale, slowly letting it go. Breathing in again. And exhale, releasing. Finding some small movements, wiggling your toes, wiggling your fingers. You're moving the head back and forth, stretching out each side of your neck. With your next exhale, you can slowly roll onto your right side, pausing here. When you're ready to come up for seated meditation, press up with the left hand and find a comfortable seated position, crossing your legs, drawing up through the crown of your head, taking an inhale, circling your arms all the way up. And exhale, folding your hands down through prayer, taking them all the way down to your lap or to your knees. If you would like to receive Reiki energy healing during your meditation, I will be sending distance Reiki. You can set the intention to receive it. Wherever you're at, take a deep inhale. And with your exhale, feel your body sink down into the earth. Focus on the earth below you. And feel yourself. As you continue to breathe mindfully, focus your awareness on this feeling of being pulled down into the earth. Feeling grounded, feeling supported, feeling filled up with calm and peace. With your next inhale, gently shift your awareness up from the earth below you and into your body. Without judging yourself, notice if there are any parts of your body that are feeling stress or tension or worry. Wherever you are feeling any tension, any stress or worry, give yourself permission to let those feelings go. Releasing them with your exhale into the earth below you to be recycled and reused by the earth in a positive way. Breathing in, calming, peaceful energy. And exhale, releasing anything that you want to let go of. And with your next breath in, bring your awareness back to your body and begin to feel the parts of yourself that are touching the floor. Begin to feel the space around your body and feel your legs in the cross-legged position and your hands on your lap. Bring your mind back to here and now. Taking an inhale and lifting your arms up over your head. Slowly and gently circling them up, reaching with your fingertips. With your exhale, drawing your hands down to your heart. Bring forward into your mind the intention that you set for your yoga practice today. Sending your gratitude and your love towards your intention, and sending your gratitude and your love towards yourself. Loving yourself fully and completely and unconditionally. I thank you all so much for joining me and flowing with me today. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, the rest of your week. Be blessed. Namaste. And I will see you all next time.